Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again for our time together. Looking forward to seeing you in the services tonight as we continue to work on the gifts of the Spirit. We're going to be studying the gift of prophecy tonight in the services. But right now, let's go back to Acts chapter 28. And I want to talk to you about a simple little thought. Be careful never to judge people by circumstances. Let me say that again. Never determine what you think about somebody by the circumstances that you observe. Now, listen to Acts chapter 28, beginning with verse 1. Once safely on shore, we found out that the island was called Malta. The islanders showed us unusual kindness. They built a fire and welcomed us all because it was raining and cold. Paul gathered a pile of brushwood, and as he put it on the fire, a viper, driven out by the heat, fastened itself on his hand. When the islanders saw the snake hanging from his hand, they said to each other, this man must be a murderer, and though he escaped from the sea, justice has not allowed him to live. Now notice, they saw a horrible thing happen to somebody and immediately made a decision about what to think about Paul. But now circumstances changed. But Paul shook the snake off into the fire and suffered no ill effects. The people expected him to swell up or suddenly fall dead. But after waiting for a long time and seeing nothing unusual happen to him, they changed their minds and said he was a god. Excuse me. First, he's a murderer. Now, he's a god. Why? Because of circumstances that they observed. The circumstances that we see about somebody's life are simply a snapshot. It's something that we see at this instant. We don't see what came before it. We don't see what comes after it. It is simply a picture of a person at one instant in their life. That is not enough to make an evaluation of what to think about somebody. May I please encourage you, do not rush to judgment about people. Do not judge people by their circumstances. Sit down and get to know people.